It's coffee break. Woo, okay.
Last time it was a long one. I think this time might be a short one.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the Super Bowl and the state of play. There really wasn't anything interesting. Even more interesting about that, no movies came out last week.
No, I assume nothing wants to compete with...
I figured there'd be, like, Bollywood stuff.
I know tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and that's Captain America.
Yep.
So maybe, I assume they didn't want to compete with the Super Bowl or Marvel,
Okay.
but who knows?
Yeah, okay.
We-
I'm just...
We watched the Super Bowl, and I was shocked that none of the ads looked good this year.
No, I didn't find any of them funny. I didn't find them unique.
Not even, like, memorable in an annoying way.
They're just so celebrity heavy, and it's like that wasn't always what made these ads good. Mm-hmm. I remember the weird monkey baby,
Yeah, weird, that one.
that Taco Bell one, and there's no celebrities in that. It's just so weird, and you're like, why would you make anything like that?
I don't
And it
even-
offended people.
I don't even think the Budweiser Clydesdales have been around in a while.
Yeah, they're AI now.
Yeah, that's another thing. Everything's this gross AI, and it just slides off your brain because there's no interest or heart in it. And it doesn't sell me a product. I know
Yeah,
that.
you tell me you went to art school
But if
without
it's-
saying so.
But it's just like still, it's ugly. AI. It doesn't matter how good they try to make it look. At its core, it's ugly because intent is a key aspect behind art. Even something like abstract art.
Yeah, you have to intend.
Yes. There's something that just does not resonate in any AI. It just doesn't sit with me, and it's ugly.
The only AI I mess around with is X from Spotify.
Yeah.
DJX.
Yeah.
And I know now that just got confusing. They said X. It's DJX. And not only is he just terrible as a DJ,
Yes.
but he somehow like keyed in on something about my music tastes. Because earlier today he was like, "Now I'm gonna play all the good stuff that you want," and I'm like, "Okay, what does that mean?" And he's like, "Cold War kids." I'm like, "What?" I don't listen to them. I like that one song because they played it on the radio so much back in the day.
Yeah,
And then 21 Pilots, and I was like, I'm not a 21 Pilots
Yeah,
fan.
like-
And then I realized I might actually be.
But it is, and like, I tried using DJX,
Yeah.
and after like the fourth or fifth time, I was like, he just no.
repeats the same things over and over again.
Or he'll just give you something completely unrelated to anything you've listened to, and like a weird, like it's been sponsored, so he has to push it to people.
Yeah, all the pop music. My favorite is because I use Spotify to listen to jazz.
Yes.
I have a lot of like rock, metal, EDM, alternative stuff, right? And then the weird outlier is jazz.
And then suddenly just smooth jazz.
Yeah, and then I'll just be like in the middle of a good stride or a walk and everything. And he's like, "Okay, time for jazz." And you're just like, "Why?"
It's like, now's not the time. Jazz is a specific time and place, man.
I'll tell you when to play it. Trust me. Yeah, AI is ugly. It's weird. And it clearly doesn't work. I mean, even there's DJX. He's not working. Which sucks, because I was like, you should be using this for better things.
It, like, making scientific medical advancements.
Yep.
That's been the best thing I've seen AI be used for. And instead, people are using it to make crappy, ugly commercials without having to pay people.
Well, there's rumors, or people are suspecting that Marvel made the Fantastic Four posters using AI.
I thought that.
And one of the point outs is this guy's holding a pole, and he only has 3 fingers
Yeah.
and a thumb.
It's always the hands.
Yep, and that's another AI thing.
Another one I saw, no one ever, if it's in motion, no one ever talks. Because AI just cannot figure out the consistent opening and closing of a mouth to
Yep.
convincingly make it look, not even like bad dubs from old Japanese movies and stuff. It just doesn't figure it out at all.
I love it when, especially if you see someone using AI, if they turn or the character like turns, sometimes a piece of it will split off and it doesn't know what to do with it, so it just manifests another
Yeah.
like character.
It's so weird and ugly. I cannot stand it.
Yeah. Did that even make sense what I said?
Yes.
Okay. Like, when you see it, it's jarring.
It
You're just like, what the hell?
melts into something slightly different for a little bit.
Yeah, like I was watching this monster and he's running and the camera's following behind him, right? Mm-hmm. And then his tail kind of gets like caught up with the same graphics as his leg. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, at a weird spot, the tail is now the leg.
Yeah.
And there is no tail. And you're like, why does it think that that's how things work? There's something really off about it.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's something we could talk about. There was this crazy thing in the Ruby community last week where this one guy who had reached out to me before to like, because first it started with him asking me if I knew someone who could voice a Cordovan for like a thing. Cordovan's a Ruby character.
Yeah, I figured.
She was minor. And I was like, I don't know anybody, but I'd be willing to voice her because she's an old lady, and I'm like, I can do an old lady voice. I assumed it was just like a fan comic dub or something. He springs it on me. It's like this whole series that he's planned out or whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I didn't commit to anything because I was like, I don't know, something about this feels weird. Comes back around eventually, and he's like, just wanted to make sure you're still in on this. And I started looking through his profile, and I didn't like what I saw with some of his comments.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I'm stepping away. I have bad vibes. Something about him is just bad vibe stuff. So yeah. I'm like, I don't want to do this. So sorry to break this to you last minute, but it's Cordovan. How many lines can she have, right?
Yeah.
He releases a trailer for it. It uses AI.
Yep.
It's ugly. And people start coming out revealing that they knew about this guy before, and he's like super racist and ableist and like attacks people for like, you know, pro-abortion stuff. Like he's like, if you get an abortion, you should get the death penalty kind of stuff.
Yeah, we know what that is.
So all the bad things, and this came to light, and he tried to be like, this is all slander. None of it's even true. And then people were like, so what do you think of these things? And he just doubled down on it. The craziest part was he insisted Blake Belladonna, who's like clearly coded to be Asian or Malaysian specifically, based on what Kruvia said, insisted she was Italian. Because Belladonna's an Italian name.
Okay.
And then I was like, so by that logic, that means Yang is Chinese, right? Because Xiaolong is a Chinese name. Mm-hmm. No, she's blonde. She has to be white. And I was like, so what, Naruto is white too? In this fantasy setting? Everyone in Team Ruby is white because racism. So yeah, it was crazy.
So what happened to him?
Everyone realized he was racist and crazy, and we all just blocked him and ignored him. Everyone who was like agreed to work on his project stepped away, and now people are looking, like people looked into it. He wanted to do first of all, he wanted a Kickstarter, which people are like, it's illegal to do a Kickstarter for a series of a franchise that is legally owned by someone else.
Yes. And
also, he wanted like $27 million.
For the whole thing?
And a lot of it would go to him for his writing and his creative directing. And it was like, $27 million. I'm making Ruby Reverse Fates for free. $27 million for any fan project. And a lot of it goes to your pocket. It's just a scam. A whole scam.
That's... Okay. Why'd you never tell me until now?
I told you parts of it.
Yeah.
Some of it was still, like, coming to light as it was happening.
Okay.
And I forgot about it because I'm like, this guy's crazy. I'm just going to block him and ignore him.
Well, okay, so... Well, this is a coffee break first, where you've dropped some crazy news on me right here.
Yeah.
And what have we learned, folks? We've learned that Ruby fans use AI and are racist. No, that's clearly not true, but way to dodge a bullet. And yeah, I mean, that's all scummy. Mm-hmm. $27 million, that's absurd. And yes, to call him out for, hey, you don't own anything from this franchise. Mm-hmm. You're just stealing. Why doesn't he just make his own? And then he just...
Because he doesn't...
Find a corner and be sad.
He can't do art. No one's willing to work with him.
I could see why.
Yeah. So, yeah. Moral of the story, if you got bad vibes, listen to it. Just, if something doesn't seem right, just walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool.
That's totally something. You gotta... It's that weird thing where scientists are saying there's gray matter in our stomachs. And gray matter is what makes your brain.
Sure.
And the nutrients from the food you eat and the liquids you digest affect these gray matters inside your stomach. It's almost like you have a mind down there. That's what they act as. And you can use it. You can also think of it as a third eye.
Yeah, like that feeling in your gut kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just...
You know,
your intuition is most likely correct. Unless you're a clumsy person.
Yeah, some people don't have it.
Yeah.
But I will say, it is funny. This concept of vibes is a generally accepted concept now. You know, this thing I said, if you got bad vibes, listen to it.
Yeah.
People would agree with that. This used to be called aura. Like, your aura is so beige today. And no one took that one seriously. Because it's all hippies from, like, the 60s. Same thing.
Not only that, you just quoted something that we watched.
I did. I didn't even realize until it was halfway through my mouth.
Because it pissed you off that much. We talked about it on this podcast. I just can't remember the movie you're talking about.
Goosebumps! Season 1.
Is it season 1?
Your dad is so normcore. Your dad's aura is beige. He did puzzles before COVID. That was what it was. That was the scene.
No.
It's
not Goosebumps.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not Goosebumps. Okay. Well, pretty normcore of you. Let's get into what this is.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a patent for the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons. That pretty much says that they can go into the Nintendo Switch upside down and they can still be played. So you could play the Nintendo Switch 2 upside down. Weird. Why?
Why?
So, here's my thought. It's a dumb Pokemon gimmick.
You know what? I so wouldn't put it past them.
If you don't know Pokemon, there is a certain Pokemon made during the 3DS time. Malamar, which, in order for it to evolve, you have to flip your entire console over. Yeah, it's a handheld console. That's the only way to evolve it.
They've had the gyroscopics for a while.
Yeah.
So it made sense. But I don't understand wanting to play the whole game upside down. Unless it just rotates with you.
Oh, WarioWare? What is happening with me?
WarioWare is hard to say, I admit.
But yeah, don't you do wacky things like that in there?
I never played it. I always wanted to. I wanted to play it because it has the craziest characters. 9Volt, the whole Volt family.
Yeah.
Ashley.
I think WarioWare 4 is on the online store now.
Yeah, it is.
So you can play that.
I could.
Okay.
But that would mean having to stop playing Persona 3 for 3 seconds. And I don't want to do that.
You know what? You can keep playing Persona 3, and I'll keep my PS5 away from you.
It's very fun when you have New Game Plus, and you can just destroy everything so easily with all your end game Persona and your maxed out weapons.
You're gonna get bored playing a game like that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because if I get bored, I could just start a new game without it being New Game Plus. And play as the girl, because the girl has better supports. Which makes me not want to play the latest remake of it that just came out. Reload.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the girl option. And I'm like, if I don't get the option to hang out with Sayori, what's the point?
I think Ruby fans are into that. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just has the ability to do that, but there's no real purpose to it.
Maybe.
Unless we can think of a wacky idea. Nintendo is weird like that.
They are. They are innovative.
Innovative?
Innovative.
Yeah, why don't you just say innovative?
I thought you pronounced it innovative.
It's innovative.
It's definitely a British person I heard it from.
So we didn't get to watch the PlayStation State of Play because it was, 2 in the afternoon when it came out for us?
We were both busy.
Yeah, we were kind of at work.
Sorry.
And it's 40 minutes long, and I'm like, I got a podcast to do.
Yeah. It's a shame because it's about things we would have on our podcast, but
Yeah, well, we saw Monster Hunter Wilds, which, I mean, it looks amazing. I can't believe this game has monster hunting in it. That is literally all they showed you.
yeah.
And then at the end, they're like, there's DLC. And you're like, it hasn't even come out yet, dude.
Yeah. You like this really cool, pretty monster that gives you really cool, pretty armor and weapons? Give us more.
Yeah. It looks great. I know that the PlayStation beta is out. So I have it. It's basically the demo of the game.
Yeah.
So this Saturday, I will have played that. And we'll
Nice.
get to watch me play Monster Hunter Wilds. But it looks pretty.
It looks gorgeous.
I know Capcom worked really hard on this. They want this to be really big. Mm-hmm. They want Monster Hunter to be as big as Resident Evil. Mm-hmm. And
Especially because it's been a while since, like, we've had a Monster Hunter game somewhat recently, but it was a mid one at best. It's been a while since we had, like, a really big story-driven one.
you're talking about Rise.
Yes.
And Rise is not really basically the main series title.
Which is weird.
It's a spin-off.
You would never realize.
Real Rise. And and that world is the prequel to Wilds.
Yeah.
That is the true way it goes. It's that one to this one.
I'm excited.
Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
I'm the only person in the universe who cares. I love Sonic racing games. I think it's fun and dumb. Sonic and Sega All-Stars was the best.
It is dumb that he gets in a car.
Well, they explained that if he has to, because if he just ran, he would win, and that would be no fun for a race. So he has to limit himself by being in a vehicle that can only go so fast.
Okay.
I appreciated the in-universe explanation.
It's sad they had to make one.
Because some people were complaining about it. And it's like, yeah, if he was just running, obviously he would beat everybody else.
Yeah.
He's the fastest thing alive. He's the blue blur. Not even Shadow can keep up with him.
Digimon Storytime Stranger.
Yeah. This one looks like, I watched the trailer. It looks like an open world kind of thing. I love Digimon, but I'm nervous about the open world mechanic. I only know Digimon from their, like, more, like...
Grid tactic style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Digimon. How many can you carry at a time? One.
It changes wildly depending on what game you're playing.
Oh, so it doesn't matter.
In the show and stuff, yeah, you get your one Digidestined partner, but in the games
Whoa.
you often get...
A Digidestin partner?
Yes. Yes, that is what they're called. I know what your Digidestined partner would be, by the way. It'd be Bearmon. I've thought about this when we first started dating.
Bearmon?
Yeah, it's a bear. He's blue, he's got big claws, and he has a backwards baseball cap. So, have fun with that. Mine would be Mon. It's a monkey. Mon for monkey, and he's like a green monkey guy with a caveman outfit.
Oh,
I've thought about this.
okay. I'm gonna have to look these up afterwards, because what?
What do you mean what?
You fucking Digimon nerd.
Yes.
Look, I used to watch the show as a kid, and I liked the monsters. I never got to play any of the games. But
the games weren't good until very recently, I'll be honest.
it's like the only thing they have, though. They don't do the show anymore.
They have the show. I don't think they dubbed the show.
Okay.
But it is still going, I think. The latest one might have ended, actually. I'm not sure. Usually they have the show still going.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as popular.
No, it never... It came out around the same time as Pokemon. And there was a time where they actually competed. Almost like they were going to, like, really try and be something.
Well, yeah.
And, yeah, Pokemon blew past them really quick.
Well, the thing was, Digimon wasn't designed to be a Pokemon competition.
No.
It was designed to be competition for Tamagotchi.
Yes. And Pokemon is the natural evolution, if you will,
Yes.
to the Tamagotchi.
Or natural Digivolution. Ayy.
Oh, no. That was terrible.
Just like the Digimon games. I hope it's good.
Okay.
I would love to play it.
So, Lost Soul aside, I've never heard anything about this. I'm very...
Yeah, that's a great way of describing it.
So...
Just a scoff and a shrug.
After we watched it, I was like, you think we could talk about this for 20 minutes? And you described this game as...
I said, hey, you ever sitting there playing Stellar Blade or Nier Automata, and you think to yourself, rather than playing as a sexy lady, what if I was instead an emo man?
And there you go.
That's the game.
God, I was getting strong Stellar Blade vibes from it.
It was his little floaty, little robot dude hanging out. Some floating thing was hanging out behind him as
That's
he ran
his sword.
around with his sword.
I guess the spirit of his sword.
Or something like that.
Yeah, and then
I was like, that's Adam.
he can run with like something follows him, so he can run underneath it or just fly on it. I was like, okay.
It doesn't look bad. It looks very pretty. The environments look a lot better than Stellar Blade's deserts.
Yeah. God. And for the next stage, it'll be a bigger desert.
It was so funny. You played Stellar Blade, and you're running around the desert for like a million hours, and then you're like, I'm done. I'm gonna play Sandland. And then you just ran around a different... It looked exactly the same.
I was not too happy with that. Just feeling like, oh, come on. Can we choose any other environment?
I mean, for Sandland, the gimmick is neat, but I feel like oftentimes they underutilize the potential of a desert setting. You can have giant bones, you know?
Oh, Sandland would definitely have that stuff.
Like
right? That's just part of his style.
A big crystal that makes water magic, and that's where, like, a natural oasis is, or whatever.
I'm sure I would find one.
Yeah, something cool that happens at nighttime. Or whatever, because you travel at night in the desert if you can, if you should.
If you should, you should.
You should. If you're stuck in the desert, travel at night.
If you're stuck in the desert, rethink some things, okay?
If you're stuck in the desert, sorry, you're not gonna make it.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Sure. Those are all words.
They are words.
Is
Some of them are nouns.
Is that the string of words you use to activate the Winter Soldier?
Hold on.
Dragon, pirate, Yakuza, Hawaii. Soldier is ready.
Like a Dragon, okay, I get it's from that franchise. Pirate Yakuza.
Uh-huh.
In Hawaii.
Yes.
There's so much going on in there.
It doesn't feel like I'm staring at it. It doesn't look real.
No.
This doesn't seem real.
This looks almost like Saints Row.
Yeah. I've been like, what was that one? Saints Row, and then there was that other one.
Saints Row?
Yeah, sure. Like you were at, you ran around. It was first person, and you there was a beach. Ugh, I never played the games.
Okay.
Like Primal or something like that. There was a similar spin-off one where you're like a caveman, and you like...
Yeah, Far Cry.
Far Cry, that's what it was. Like Far Cry mixed with... Yeah.
Okay. That's a weird way to describe that.
Maybe it's just the beach setting.
Okay. Dave the Diver.
Uh-huh, we knew about this one.
Yeah, we've known about this way too long. WWE 2K25.
Meh.
I don't care. Borderlands 4, don't care. Split Friction?
Yeah, that was the other one. That's the guy who did
The String Dudes.
Yes.
Two unstrung strings.
It takes two.
Okay. Yeah, we knew about this one.
Uh-huh. A lot of these stuff, like, that's the thing. Like, not only were the ads boring, but a lot of the trailers was things we've seen already.
Yeah. There wasn't too many big surprises.
No.
I know I've got one coming up that I could not believe they even bothered to do this. Hold on. Five Nights at Freddy's Secrets of the Mimic.
I'm so conflicted. I'm excited.
Why?
Well, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
And I love the lore. And we're going to learn more about the Mimic, who I didn't even think was real for a long time. Learning about the Mimic is going to be crazy.
Who's the Mimic?
It's a mimic. It's not a person.
It's like that monster in the chest thing?
I guess...
Is it like a really shitty mime?
Picture it more like a doppelganger. Where it changes to look like other people.
Got it.
So that's going to be exciting. But it looks like open world, similar to the last one, Security Breach. And Security Breach had quite a lot of problems. It was hilarious, like to watch the game break constantly.
Oh, no.
It was so funny. People were seeing through the world.
But it's always weird when you get inside and you look outside when you're in a game that glitched. Mm-hmm. I don't like that feeling.
It's like you push your camera against a thing and you see the other characters T-posing in like a void.
Yeah.
So it was funny. I think it was very funny what happened with Security Breach. But I'm worried the gameplay won't work very well.
Okay.
But we'll see. It looked nice and flashy.
When was Security Breach?
It was a while ago.
Was it?
So I think 2020. Yeah, I think it was 2020.
Nice. It's a good time for it to come out.
Well, there's nothing else anybody was doing.
Midnight Walk. We know about this one. This is that weird stop motion.
It looks cool. Looks artsy.
I would do it VR just because it's so creepy looking.
You want to poop your pants.
I want to poop and pee pee a lot.
No, thank you. I just love the VR.
Oh man, yeah.
So yeah, what is there anything else that got announced that's worth talking about?
Well, we know Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater will be released August 28th.
Which is very exciting. I wonder what they'll do to update things.
Isn't it completely rebuilt from the ground up?
I'm wondering like what quality of life changes they've added to it. Also, I wonder if they redid the song. I'm excited. It's a good song.
Okay. I never got to play Metal Gear Solid. The only one I had time with was Metal Gear Rising.
I didn't play any of them either, but I've seen many like reviews and like playthroughs of them, and I liked Snake Eater best because I liked the bosses. I liked their gimmicks. I thought they were fun and wacky.
Okay. Maybe I'll check this one out when it comes out.
Yeah.
Hell is Us. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is that dumb trailer we saw last year.
Yeah.
Of a guy using a drone to fight.
Yeah. It looks very similar.
He has a drone. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't get it. It's supposed to be like an open world horror survival game.
Something.
And like I was reading somewhere that you don't have a HUD. So you're just wandering around. But like everything inside this trailer didn't tell me what...
It looked very story heavy.
Yeah.
Based off the constant cutscenes that kept interrupting the gameplay every now and then.
But it looks like it's one of those ones where they're like, we can't tell you much because it's just the whole story.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it didn't look bad. It looked interesting, I suppose. Not really up my alley, though. I would want to know more.
I would say there wasn't enough. Mm-hmm. Lies of P Overture.
Is this a sequel?
A prequel.
Oh! Cool, good for them. Lies of P was very popular. And this is not surprising.
Stellar Blade's getting new DLC.
Nice.
Goddess of Victory, Nikki?
Nikki? I don't know what that is.
I don't care. I still need to collect all the Nier Automata suits.
Yeah.
Slowly working on that. And the craziest announcement there was at PlayStation. And you know what, Nintendo? You really need to up your game when it comes to Pokemon Day. Days Gone Remastered.
Wow. I can't wait for you to be the only person who plays it.
I am not going to ever touch this game again. Deke, he can stay out there in the wilderness for all I care.
It was a bad... Okay, so gameplay aside, story? Garbage.
It was terrible.
Oh my god. It was so like Walking Dead is popular. Do your own half-assed version of that. And that's what this is. It's so... And then on top of that, it was ugly. But at least they fixed that, presumably, with a remaster.
Why? The director has been just horrific to people.
Yeah.
Just about how this game was not considered as great as it should be, and according to him. And I do not agree with him at all. I played the game.
Yeah.
I got my platinum. I was like, no, dude, this sucked.
It's like, homie, more people talked about it than they needed to.
Yeah. And why are we remastering? What? Why are we bringing this back?
Did he fund this? Did he want this? Did
Maybe-
he spearhead this project out
Maybe
of
he's
spite?
like Sony. We can do this for like $27 million.
It's also like he's lucky. He should be grateful that Astrobot did a little cameo for him, because they didn't need to. They only did like the PlayStation big names. He is not one of them. How ungrateful.
Yeah, it's not a good game. It's a very old game, and when it came out, nobody liked it.
And no one wants this now.
Yeah. So the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Of the game?
Yeah.
Boring as hell. I don't care about football.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, everybody already knew that. I wasn't talking about the game.
The ads?
Yeah, because we already talked about the normal ads and how they weren't that intriguing.
Yeah, the movie trailers.
The movie trailers, which, dude, I don't think I saw many.
No, that's the thing.
And I'm like, but there are like
that's
8
all-
trailers I have here.
That's all we watched for.
Yeah.
And I felt like there were 2 or 3. I can't remember any others.
Yeah, what are they doing with their ad thing? This used to be like the cool time to announce things.
Yeah, that was the thing. It used to be like huge chunks of ads, and everyone would announce things, and there'd be these big spectacles and
Yep.
like the big reveals. But now everyone will reveal that's going to be announced at the Super Bowl 2 weeks in advance. So you already know it's happening.
Well, yeah, Fantastic Four. You're like, why'd you do that now? Why didn't you just wait? Why didn't you wait till, last weekend? And then it will play in front of Cap 4. It will still be there in front of Cap 4. I'm going to get because we plan on seeing Cap this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that you get the Fantastic Four trailer and the Thunderbolts trailer.
Yup. 100%.
You can be like, oh, there's more movies after this? I guess he lives. We've got Lilo and Stitch.
Again, it's just Stitch. No human characters. No any other characters either. It's just the same thing we've seen a million times. It's just Stitch.
Yeah, and he's just causing shenanigans.
Now it's starting to become concerning how close we're getting to Stitch's release date and how little we still have seen. I'm nervous.
Yeah, March.
Yeah, that's soon. That's real soon. That's a month away.
Oh, Snow White.
Oh.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out when they would do a reveal like that, and it would be the trailer that's in front of Snow White.
Yep.
Which, because they're both live-action adaptations, re-adaptations.
Yep.
Smurfs.
This trailer came out a few days before Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Ugly. I hate it. First of all, I hate influencer Smurf. That's stupid. You don't need to make everything a dumb influencer.
It's not for you. It's for the kids, and the kids are into these hip influencers.
I'm confused.
Tic Tac is ruining young people's lives.
I hate the dance they do in the ad. Also,
They're Smurfs.
I'm confused. Why do they keep doing the Smurf thing? They have consistently kept the Smurfs alive, and I'll be honest, even as a kid, I didn't give a shit about the Smurfs.
Yeah, I don't know where the true love for Smurfs is, but okay, you talk about the Smurfs. What about the Trolls?
Trolls did they lived and died. They had their resurgence.
No.
What? No?
Trolls World Tour,
Yeah.
one of the highest grossing films of 2020.
But they haven't remade it 7 times. They keep rebooting Smurfs. That's the biggest thing.
Is this a reboot?
It's like the 3rd one in a row.
No, those were sequels to each other. This should have been a sequel to them.
I don't know.
But they don't look the same. I can tell you that just by looking at Smurfette.
Yeah. She also was not voiced by Rihanna before.
No. And Rihanna is actually a terrible actress. Example, Battleship.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
It's been a while.
that sunk your ship while you're right there.
No, I'm not. It's not for me, but I'm not jazzed, and I don't think I'll really do very well.
How to Train Your Dragon?
Oh yeah, this is another one that came out before.
Yeah.
It looks like How to Tame Your Dragon. I don't know what to say, other than why did we make it live action?
I don't know why we did that. It's way too soon.
It's too close to the original animation to make it be like, oh, this is, wow, you're changing things up. You're adding something new.
I wonder if Pixar's sitting there looking at this and going, if this works. I know it's a scary idea.
It
but,
is.
Who is it? The guy who plays Remy? Is it Ratatouille?
Patton Oswalt?
No.
That is the voice of Remy.
Yeah, not Remy.
What?
The boy.
Linguini?
No, not the boy that he controls.
Linguini. That's his name.
That's just food.
I didn't write it.
Okay, so he keeps saying he wants to play him in live action Ratatouille, right?
You know what, man?
And Pixar keeps going, we're not doing live action movies.
Just holding a real rat. Like, look, I can do it.
It's just pooping in his hair, falling into the food as he stirs it all together.
It just makes you realize just how, like, oh, the charm of the animation's gone when you see it for real.
But, yeah, I don't know why they're doing this.
I don't either. We don't even see anybody.
What do you mean? There's Hiccup.
What are the other guys? I want to see Rough Nut and Tough Nut.
I know,
I want to see Fish Legs.
his girl's in here. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, we did see Astrid briefly. Very briefly.
Yep. Jurassic World Rebirth.
Again,
same ad.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
I'm still excited. I know that this is a cool monster.
I think it'll be a fun time. No matter what. It'll be a fun adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of action.
F1. This is the Brad Pitt racing movie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I've seen many racing movies in my life. My dad really liked NASCAR and whatever.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the best racing movies.
Like what?
Like Fast and the Furious, the entire franchise.
I watched Talladega Nights.
Nice.
I watched...
Days of Thunder.
Yeah. I watched so many of them. I watched so many.
Is that why he watched Ford versus Ferrari?
Yes.
And then they complained about how bad Christian Bale's accent was?
Yeah. I just don't care for racing stories. Unless it's Sonic the Hedgehog, I do not care.
Yeah, especially if it's just a race. Mm-hmm. You're like, why do we need 2.5 hour biopic for this?
Why do we need 4.5 hours for the actual race? NASCAR. Just turning left. It's not hard.
There's supposed to be a reason why they do it, and it has to do with the endurance of the vehicle.
It's so they can play more ads. That's all it really is.
Then it's gotten out of control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they have the patches of sponsors on them?
What?
Of course it's out of control.
You mean they're just like a giant sticker board?
They're all just walking billboards.
I've always thought that's weird. It's like, so you just sold every part of that jersey? Mm-hmm. That car?
And the car, yep. Your whole outfit, whole thing.
Does it really cost that much to have that many... Like, you need that many sponsors to just drive around with a track?
M&M would be nowhere. The candies without NASCAR Magoo driving around.
And then here's the other side. Who's really giving you money for this? Because how many people are looking at NASCAR drivers and being like, man, what, Altoids? That's Altoids on your shoulder? I'm gonna go buy some right now. Like, no one's doing that.
No, it's such an outdated premise.
Yeah,
for sure. Weird.
That Thunderbolts movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a trailer.
It disappointingly gray, I would say. Everyone has to wear the same dark gray outfit. Even DC, amidst the middle of their emo phase, gave their Suicide Squad colorful little outfits. The bad Suicide Squad, not James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Even they got to wear colorful little outfits. Not here. With definitely not Suicide Squad, we promise. Ours is different, we promise.
Yeah, wink, wink. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
But right now, can I just focus on Cap? You know? And then once I'm done, then I can move on to be like, okay, where's Bucky? Mm-hmm. You know, I don't really care about this Black Widow. I don't care about Ghost. I don't care about Taskmaster.
A lot of them I don't even remember.
Yeah, you don't. Red Guardian. The only two I'd be there for is U.S. Agent and Bucky.
Yes.
But that's it, because those two guys I feel like I spent a lot of time with. I know, like, this Black Widow, she's been in...
She's great. I think she's fun. She was in Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
I loved their friendship. It was very funny.
In which they were supposed to start this, like, young Avengers thing.
They just can't commit to anything. They
Well,
can't
now
even commit
Tom
to
Holland's too old and he's talking about having kids soon.
Good for him.
I was like, what? You were like a little boy when you just started playing. He's like, I'm gonna quit acting when I'm a dad.
To jump ahead a little bit, we watched Captain America Civil War, and I was shocked at how young and twee Tom Holland was in that one. I was like, whoa, it's an actual baby. But
when did Civil War come out?
Like 2013.
Yeah.
It's, oh my god, it's been 10 years.
It's been 12 years.
Oh.
That's an old movie, dude.
Damn.
That's what old people watch before they go to bed.
I watched it for my high school graduation. That was my celebration.
That's so much cooler than Toy Story 3.
It is.
Mine got really bumtastic. At one point, we're just watching them in the furnace, and I'm like, they're not going to kill him, right? We're not going to actually legit end this story right here. They got melted down.
The end. Toy Story.
Yeah. And Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
It's just the same thing he always does. He says something dangerous. And I know he's fine, because he did a commercial that's, like, separate for the Super Bowl, and Tom is still alive, so I know he was fine.
Well, it's just crazy that he's doing things like this, or he did things like this. And I'm like, how many more times do you do this until it's too late?
Well, this is the final reckoning, so presumably.
Yeah, but he will...
Yeah, so you're all right. At what point do you sit there and be like, is this a cry for help?
There's something just going on there, dude.
I don't know. He's also in that weird cult, so...
Apparently he's really pushing back on that Scientology.
Good for him.
But he seems to have some issue that probably has to do with him doing crazy stunts and joining Scientology in the beginning.
Yeah, probably. That doesn't seem like a recipe for an emotionally stable individual.
Yeah. Good luck, Tom.
Yes.
I hope this one's good. I didn't really care too much for Dead Reckoning Part 1.
It was very much a half of a story.
It was... my favorite part's there's never a part 2. It's just the final reckoning. You're like, I guess it's over.
It's title consistency. I don't even know her.
Nice.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was all the movie trailers.
Oh, okay.
So last week I asked a question. I realized this.
What?
I haven't been following up on these questions. And I was like, why am I asking these questions if I'm not interacting with them?
Well,
I'll comment on them.
Sometimes people just like knowing what their opinions are compared to others' opinions.
Yeah, but the kind of point of doing this was to make it an interactive part of this podcast,
Whoops.
Right? So how do you feel about the Fantastic Four's first steps CGI on the Thing? Do we like it? Good Thing, which I used the original guy. I can't remember his name right now.
Which one, the actor or the character?
His name's Ben Grimes.
I don't know why I asked, because I don't know the answer to either of them.
The Thing's name is Ben Grimes. The original guy where Johnny Storm was played by Chris Evans.
Yes.
And then I chose, obviously the new one as the bad thing.
I voted. I don't remember which one I picked. I voted just because I wanted to see what other people had said.
Okay. Yeah, mostly at 56% bad thing. and 44% at good thing. I'm a little confused why you think it's good.
I guess also, like, it's accurate. It is comic accurate. I think it's just it kind of teeters in the uncanny valley, I would say. So it's not horrible. It's not like Scooby-Doo in those old James Gunn Scooby-Doo movies where he's like horribly ugly CG.
They were just learning at the time.
True.
And that is not a fair example of Scooby-Doo from, what, the 2000s to 2025.
I'll be honest, I think those movies would have been infinitely better if Scooby was just a normal dog and didn't do antics.
It wouldn't have been fun.
It would have been...
It would have been like that live-action 101 Dalmatians.
I liked that one, though.
Yeah, you liked it when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we went back right now, you would hate it.
Why? I think it would be fun still.
I don't think so.
I think it would be great.
I think your adult mind would change and you'd be like, this is not that good.
Who plays Cruella in that one?
Emma Thompson?
No. I don't think
You're right,
so.
she's Nanny McPhee.
One of her, like, toadies is the guy who also plays Mr. Weasley. And I think the other toady is Hugh Laurie, the guy who plays Dr. House.
What the?
But I could be wrong about that one. I'm definitely right about the one who's also Mr. Weasley.
That's weird.
It was weird, especially because he played the short one, and I'm like, that man is like 6'1".
So yeah, I guess we're almost evenly divided on how we feel about the thing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe if we see more of it, we would get a better opinion.
Hopefully when we get closer to the release of it, we'll get a better look at everything. Movement and everything.
Yep.
That picture where they're all standing there, like as a line, and it looks like they're in like a spaceship thing.
Yeah.
All their costumes match each other except for Reed's. His collar isn't white.
Well, they've also gotten into the habit of changing things for trailers to avoid spoilers.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
They did not do good on that one.
No, they really goofed up.
Damn it, why is the lizard moving?
Whoops.
Yeah. So, it is Box Office Trolls.
Box office trolls.
Oh, unless you got a question for this week.
Not that, nope. Not that I can think of.
Okay. I will figure out one and ask you, and I'll interact with you guys on it next week. I promise.
Oh, could be about like the Super Bowl, about halftime show. Did you like the halftime show?
Oh, yes, the halftime show. I liked the halftime show.
I did too.
And there's a cool little Easter egg in there.
Yeah.
That was intentional, and Kendrick Lamar is a PlayStation fan.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool that he put in those icons.
It was definitely like, I had to watch it a couple of times to catch everything with both his lyrics, performance, and everything going on. I liked also Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes. It was fun seeing Samuel L. Jackson as a hype man. And it was honestly the camera work.
The camera work was great.
Especially in that box. That was... And I love that as it's doing the 360, you see him, like, dancing with them. And then he, like, pops up.
Yeah, right with the line peekaboo.
Yeah.
That was... Yes.
People love that. But no, it's just the cinematography I'm talking about. And the choreography. Having those two perfectly timed up like that on a live performance.
Yeah.
The day of. Cray. But everybody pulled it off and it was really good.
I thought it was really, really good.
Too bad the game was complete crap.
Apparently, according to some analytics, once the halftime was over, viewership just plummeted.
Yeah, so nobody... Why would anyone care? That game was over.
It was such a boring blowout.
It was.
Oh my goodness.
And here's my Super Bowl predictions for next year. The Eagles will make it to the first round of playoffs. There'll be a wild card. They will not go forward. This is it. That was their one. They only get one every so often, right?
Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs will make it all the way to the Super Bowl and win next year.
Yeah, probably.
That's what my prediction is as of right now, because of the way how the NFL is truly scripted.
It really is. It's so boring.
You can tell because people were very upset about the last game, and we're all like, "Dude, look, it's clearly scripted. They will let the Chiefs win." And so we'll see.
Terrible, horrible. Just play the game.
Yeah.
That'd be more exciting.
Okay, now, true box office trolls.
Box office trolls. Nothing's changed?
Nothing's... Well, I don't know if that's true or not. I do know that number one is Dogman still.
Good for Dogman.
$54 million.
Nice. They deserve it.
Just in 2 weeks.
And AI can't do that, huh? Also, you could make 2 Ruby fan projects with that much money.
No.
Is it more than 52 million?
No, movies did come out.
Are they just not highlighted properly?
For some reason, no. I'm wrong. I'm crazy.
Whoops, never mind.
Yeah. Number 2, Hard Eyes.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. It looks fine. It's a good Valentine's thriller. You know, I don't think the Hard Eyes killer is gonna catch on or anything, but
It might. Because here's the thing. Megan.
that's true.
Oh, we didn't talk about Megan 2.0. Yeah.
Well, it didn't really reveal too much. The trailer?
Yeah.
What, I'm excited for Megan 2.0.
The first one was fun.
Mm-hmm. Great music,
Yep.
great choreography.
Number 3, Love Hurts.
Again, another Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah. Number 4, Mufasa, The Lion King.
Okay, 8 weeks in, time to call it quits, guys.
It should come out to streaming soon.
Good. I want to watch it and be disappointed.
Number 5, Companion.
Okay.
Number 6, One of Them Days.
Yep.
Number 7, Becoming Led Zeppelin.
A documentary, I'm presuming?
Yeah. It's not placing or there's no distributor.
Sure.
I don't know what that is.
I'm very neutral on Led Zeppelin. I don't think they have a single song I'm very over the moon about. But they're not horrible.
I didn't get into Zeppelin until last year.
Yeah.
I honestly thought they sounded like crap most of my life.
It is matured man's content, I would say.
It kinda, but the thing is, when they do love songs, right, and Robert Plant, the lead singer, really thinks he's a romantic, he is not. You should have never shared Tangerine with anybody. That was god-awful.
Woof.
Yeah, when they do their love songs, you're like, go away.
It's like, stop,
But,
guys.
yeah,
Stop.
like, Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, their most
Stairway to
famous
Heaven
one.
is really good. I totally get why people like it.
I can't stand it.
It's a little too long, a little too folksy.
That's the thing. It's the same thing as Hotel California. And I prefer Hotel California, quite frankly, because the long part happens after all the singing.
Nice. I prefer Metallica's one.
You know, I'll take that. That one is the best.
I'll just go past you guys. Number 8, Flight Risk. That is Marky Mark's new movie.
Boo.
Number 9, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which should also be streaming soon.
Good. I want it.
And number 10, Moana 2.
Yeah, again, 11 weeks in, you call it quits, Disney.
Yeah.
Stream that shit.
So we got to watch some of the best television only on Disney Plus. And it's their brand new show about the beloved webhead, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
New episodes have come out today, I believe.
Wednesdays, yeah.
So we are caught up on from last week.
Well, first of all, here's the thing. We caught up,
Yeah.
right? We were completely caught up. And then that was the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 episodes the next week?
Unless it's like I'm usually on board for the 2 to 3 episodes at a time thing.
Yeah.
But here, especially for Disney, feels like it's not doing too well.
No.
So they're trying to drop it all as fast as possible.
Well, I only got to the 4th episode before I turned that off and went to something else.
Yeah.
And what did we watch?
I think we watched like a good movie, like Captain America or something.
Yes. So we've been watching a lot of Captain America. I said that there would be a Captain America First Avenger film review on Tuesday this week.
It's a good one.
It's really good. It is completed. The thing is, Disney won't let me release it.
Yeah. You gotta figure out that copyright, man.
No. They need to figure out it on their own end.
You
I'm
need to-
reviewing their movie. I need to use that footage.
You gotta like flip it and do some...
I'm not going to try and alter the footage to tell people my opinion on this piece.
Sorry, but I wish it was that easy.
It should be.
It should be.
It really should be. And in fact, when I did Saw 2, all the people who worked on Saw, all those companies, they hit me with the copyright. And I disputed it with them. And in 3 hours,
Yeah.
they all took away. And they just let it be. And it's like, yeah, because they see I'm just reviewing it.
There's it was something Jenny Nicholson said in her Vampire Diaries review, which is like 3 hours long. I love it. At the end, she talks about how this video is going to be blocked. She only gets payment through like Patreon and like a sponsor or something like that. And she's like, and yeah, I need that and I appreciate it because obviously this video wasn't going to get monetized. I mean, how dare I show footage of the thing I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. And in the review, I really do go in after the movie for certain things because it's just such a weird movie. And when you broke it down and you're like, it's a romance?
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
That's the thing it focuses on.
Yeah, why?
Him getting all hot and sexy and them with the love and that one girl kissed you for no reason. And
also, he's boarding a plane when she kisses him.
Yeah.
Like, dangerously.
Yes. It's a romance. It's a romance that's jazzed up and wearing the outfit of an action movie.
It's so weird.
It is.
Because the action isn't that good.
It's we watched Avengers also.
Yes.
So.
Well, we watched Avengers. Everything that you need to know about Cap and how I feel is actually in that review. It's really well done.
Hopefully you see it soon.
Yeah. Avengers, which at the end of Cap, what is the end credit scene?
This garbage trailer for the Avengers.
You're like, what the hell? It doesn't use the music of the Avengers.
No.
And I could tell you, after recording the footage again and having watched the Avengers, I don't know what that trailer is, dude.
And the tagline, some assembly required. Bim, bim, bim.
No, the Avengers is good.
Yes.
The whole thing about the helicarrier coming down and the Hulk.
Yes.
I get it. We had to introduce the fourth one. Because he wasn't properly introduced, where we already knew. Well, we had seen Cap do something. And we saw Iron Man Cap's fighting Loki.
Yep.
Iron Man shows up. So
Thor
we've introduced
shows
them
up to fight them.
to get Loki, right? But we hadn't shown up Hulk. It is also the most boringest part of that movie.
It is a very noticeable lull, but it is like, because they've been talking around the other guy, as he puts it, so much. And they set it up very well to be like this big, crazy thing that everyone's worried about.
Yeah.
So I do like that we reveal him in a situation where it's a negative effect, not only to just show off what Hulk can do, but also like kind of make everyone's worries come true.
Yeah.
And then he can later be the hero and punch giant alien space whales and whatever.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like, everyone's worried for nothing. So we do see the duality of it. I like the wildly different personalities on display. Specifically, the costuming is very good. I like Tony wearing his sleek businessman outfit.
Yep.
Thor has his like armor and cape and everything.
But no sleeves.
Banner's in his oversized tweed, and then Cap wears like a 50s leather jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that distinct visual style across them all.
Yeah, okay.
And we kind of lose that over time.
We do. Well, they always have a different outfit.
Yeah.
Like, even Cap is wearing a totally different suit than the one he wore in the first one. Mm-hmm. And he'll just keep wearing different outfits. Falcon, at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, has that awesome white suit.
Yeah.
That's not even the one he has in the movie.
I know. I'm excited, though.
So, the worst thing is Thor.
Yeah.
But they had to get that right. And I think the reason for making Loki the original bad guy for the first movie is to help bring Thor into this world.
Yeah, he's so, like, barely connected to any of it. Also, that's why Dr. Selvig is the special doctor Loki possesses to, again, tie Thor into it, make it personal. One of our puppies is waking up.
It's being gross.
He's making piggy noises.
And then, we saw Civil War, which is super fun.
Very good. Huge jump in quality.
It is. It is a much better film, made by better directors. I like Cap. The Tony stuff didn't have to be there. Right?
I say it definitely did have to be there. It's kind of like the cornerstone of the
I
conflict.
know, but it just bumps me out because it's like it could have just been between Cap, Winter Soldier, Black Panther, and Zemo.
It could have.
And we could have just not had all that Captain America stuff. We could have just done another Avengers movie.
I like Black Panther being like the equal but opposite storyline of what Bucky goes through. Of what Tony goes through in regards to Bucky and Zemo. So T'Challa learns to not blame the wrong person for the death of people who are close to him, his father.
Yeah.
Tony doesn't learn that lesson. He does blame the wrong person. And that leads to the core central conflict of it all.
Not only
and
that,
I liked that parallel.
Tony fails at capturing the guy he's after.
Yes.
Chakal just walked right up on him.
Yeah.
I mean, if Zemo wasn't really thinking about killing himself there, he should have been like a lot scared.
Yeah, if T'Challa was like...
He's
also,
out in the snow, dude.
If he was like a minute or two later, there would just have been a body.
Yeah, just seeing Black Panther in the snow, that would kind of freak me out.
Oh man, but it's so cool seeing him. I miss him so much.
I do too. I miss the character.
Yeah.
That character should have been clearly the new Captain America.
They did such a fantastic...
Not that they should be Captain America, the new leader of the Avengers.
Mm-hmm. And they did such a fantastic job setting him up. And, it's heartbreaking.
It is. Castlevania Nocturne.
Oh my god.
Season 2.
It was amazing.
I don't understand what the negativity's about.
Yeah, what are you all complaining about? What are you complaining about? It has the most jaw-droppingly gorgeous animation with some really interesting developments for the characters. Nail-biting finales where I didn't even know if this was going to be the finale or not.
I don't think it is.
Anyone could have died. Anything could have happened.
But where we left off, I'm like, no. No, there's got to be another one, right?
It could be the thing of there's room for more, but it doesn't have to be. You know, they could decide to leave it there.
Well, aren't they working on Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
And Blood of Zeus?
I thought it was amazing. I loved this season of Castlevania.
It was pretty cool.
Way better. And I already liked the first season, and I think this one was leagues ahead with the development of the characters, their upgraded abilities and how they got them, how they dealt with them. Mm-hmm. Maria and Annette got great story arcs.
Yep.
Much needed story arcs. Edward got a surprisingly interesting story arc, which I did not think was going to be a thing. I thought he was just going to be a monster.
Isn't he still alive at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, a lot of these characters, you're like, they just left them alive.
Yeah.
And his design is pretty awesome.
Yes.
You guys got to check out his design. That's just too cool. The hands from his collar hold his face.
Yeah.
But he has his own hands.
I also liked the lady who became like this frost nymph thing. That was a cool design.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of cool design. It's so good. It's so pretty.
It is. It was very pretty. It was fun. You can just follow with it. You don't really need to know who's doing what.
Yeah.
You know who the bad guys are and you know who the good guys are pretty clearly.
Everyone's attacks are big and bright and color-coded, so you always know who's doing what.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredibly exciting. I loved it. Maybe the best show of the year so far.
It's too early to call it. Richter, who is in Smash Bros.
Yes.
They did him very well.
Yes.
At the end of that final fight, you're like, oh yeah, you're supposed to be there, huh? You're one of the best fighters ever.
There was a point where I was like, that's why he's in Smash Brothers.
Yeah. What he did to that Demon Queen. Mm-hmm. Just like, yeah, this guy's overpowered.
Yeah. I'll cast a magic spell and I'll punch you.
So that was it for Coffee Break.
Oh, was it really?
Yep.
Wow.
Nice fun little hour right there. Like I said, once Cap is finally free, I will release it immediately.
Fingers crossed it's soon.
Me too. I really hope so. I'm going to do Godzilla this week for surezies. And I've got 3 power-ons.
I'm so excited. I know what you're going to do. I'm excited.
One is Mirage. We're going to keep going. I'm pretty sure this is the second to last one. For Mirage.
Right there on the end.
I know I'm on the end. I mean, especially where I ended with the last week's. the outfit that I got,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, this is endgame stuff. Let me move forward. And we're gonna do Monster Hunter Wilds beta. Check that out. I'm very curious what it plays like, because Monster Hunter's kind of clunky.
It can be. Every single time they make a new one, they like update things and fix it.
Yeah, but going back last year, it's probably been a year since I played World again. And when I pull out my weapon, I walk.
Yeah,
and then you have to sheath it.
It's when you're painfully aware of how slow your character moves, and you watch them slowly swing back, and you're like, go! No!
Yeah, and the monster's like turning and pivoting its whole body into you, and you're like, I can't even move.
But when you land a hit, you're like, I'm a god!
Yeah, that would be fun. And then, in honor of Valentine's Day, the new game, because Assassin's Creed went too far, Doki Doki Literature Club.
I'm so excited. Don't look up anything. No one spoil anything. You just need to experience it.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm expecting this to be like a dumb dating simulator. Okay, cool. You got anything else for you?
Yeah, I had a compilation of my daily reviews for Volume 4.
Nice.
Because I wanted it. Because I wanted to watch them, but I didn't want to fill up my watch history with a million views of different videos. So I made a compilation. And I did one for Volume 5 as well. And that comes out later this week. And I'm working on a video talking about what if RWBY was a tactical RPG. And that's fun.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working on.
Nice. Well, I don't know what the question is, but I'm sure it's there.
Halftime show?
Sure.
If you have nothing else, it'll be about the halftime show.
Do you think it costs $27 million?
Who won the football game? Like, it's a trivia quiz. If you get it right or wrong. Even though it won't tell you the answer.
Yeah. One of the answers, Kendrick Lamar.
He did, yes.
Apparently, he really did. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great week.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, you yawned that up.
You got me right when I was yawning.
Nice.
Sorry.
That's a good warm up there.
I couldn't even like cut it short. It just like overtook my soul. I had to yawn.
Why are you yawning during the podcast?
Because I'm just so unprofessional.